Companies Act, Section 90, Register of Significant Beneficial Owners in a Company. Section 90 of the Companies Act establishes a legal framework to identify, record, and disclose significant beneficial ownership in companies. The objective of this section is to enhance transparency in corporate shareholding, ensuring that individuals with significant control or influence over a company are properly identified and disclosed. Below is a comprehensive breakdown of the section and its various provisions. Subsection 1. Declaration by Significant Beneficial Owners, SBOs. Definition of Significant Beneficial Owner, SBO. An individual qualifies as a significant beneficial owner if they, either alone, in conjunction with others, or through one or more persons or trusts, including foreign trusts or entities, meet the following criteria. Hold a beneficial interest of 25% or more, or a lower percentage as prescribed, in the company's shares. Exercise, or have the right to exercise, significant influence or control over the company, as defined under Section 2(27) of the Act. Obligation to declare. Individuals meeting the criteria of an SBO must submit a declaration to the company, detailing the nature of their beneficial interest, relevant particulars regarding their ownership, timeline and format. The declaration must be made within the prescribed period and in the format specified by the applicable rules. Exemptions. The central government has the authority to prescribe certain classes of persons who are exempt from the requirement to make declarations under this subsection. Subsection 2. Maintenance of a register by the company. Obligation on the company. Each company is required to maintain a register of significant beneficial owners, SBO register. Details to be included in the register. The register must contain the name of the individual, date of birth, address, details of their ownership in the company, any other particulars as prescribed by law, updates and changes. Any changes in the information related to an SBO must also be recorded in the register as soon as they occur. Subsection 3. Inspection of the register. Accessibility. The SBO register must be made available for inspection by any member of the company. Fees for inspection. Members who wish to inspect the register must pay the prescribed fees. Subsection 4. Filing of returns with the registrar. Filing requirement. Companies must file a return with the Registrar of Companies, ROC, regarding significant beneficial owners, any subsequent changes in beneficial ownership, details of the return. The return must include names and addresses of SBOs, other prescribed particulars, timeline and format. Returns must be filed within the prescribed time, using the format specified by relevant regulations. Subsection 4A. Responsibility to identify SBOs. Proactive measures by companies. Companies must take all necessary steps to identify individuals who qualify as significant beneficial owners, SBOs. Compliance requirement. Companies must ensure that such individuals comply with their declaration obligations under this section. Subsection 5. Notice to persons believed to be SBOs. Authority to issue notices. A company may issue a notice to any person, whether or not a shareholder, if it knows or reasonably believes the person is an SBO. Believes the person has knowledge about the identity of an SBO. Believes the person was an SBO in the past 3 years but is not currently registered as such. Purpose of the notice. The notice aims to ascertain or confirm the identity of SBOs or obtain relevant information about them. Subsection 6. Obligation to respond to notices. Response period. Individuals who receive a notice under subsection 5 must respond within 30 days from the date of issuance. Subsection 7 Action for non-compliance with notice. Company action. If a person fails to provide information within the specified time or provides incomplete or misleading information, the company must apply to the National Company Law Tribunal (NCLT) within 15 days for appropriate action. Tribunal's authority. The tribunal may issue an order imposing restrictions on the shares in question, including prohibiting the transfer of shares, suspending voting rights, restricting dividend or other entitlements related to the shares. Subsection 8 Tribunal's order. Timeline for decision. The tribunal must pass an order within 60 days of receiving the company's application. Hearing opportunity. The tribunal must provide all concerned parties with an opportunity to present their case before making a final decision. Subsection 9 Relaxation or transfer of restricted shares. Application for relaxation. Affected individuals may apply to the tribunal for relaxation or removal of restrictions within 1 year from the date of the order under subsection 8. Transfer to authority. If no application is filed within the specified period, the restricted shares will be transferred to the authority constituted under Section 125(5) of the Companies Act. Subsection 10 Penalties for non-declaration by SBOs. Individual liability. Failure to make a declaration under subsection 1 results in a penalty of 50,000 rupees. An additional penalty of 1,000 rupee per day for continuing failure, up to a maximum of 2 lakhs rupees. Subsection 11 Penalties for non-compliance by the company. Company liability. If a company fails to maintain the SBO register, fails to file the required returns, or denies inspection of the register, it will be liable to a penalty of 1 lakh rupees, an additional 500 rupee per day for continuing failure, up to a maximum of 5 lakhs rupees. Officer liability. Every officer in default will face a penalty of 25,000 rupees, an additional 200 rupee per day for continuing failure, up to a maximum of 1 lakh rupees. Subsection 12 Penalty for false information. If any person willfully provides false or misleading information or suppresses material facts in their declaration under this section, they shall be subject to prosecution under Section 447 of the Companies Act, which deals with fraudulent activities. Key objectives of Section 90. Transparency in ownership. Ensures that companies disclose individuals who exert significant control or influence over corporate affairs. Prevention of fraud. Discourages misuse of corporate structures for illegal activities such as tax evasion or money laundering. Alignment with global standards. Brings India's corporate governance framework in line with international standards regarding beneficial ownership transparency. For more details, contact us.